It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. Both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed.
There he goes. Past the 30. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Canes.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well.
He's got it! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical third down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Right back to the well. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A low line drive and short kick. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Spins away from the defender. He's running free down the middle. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The Hoosiers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can roll back into this one. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking. Canes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Becker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First down here for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To the ground, he's got it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Surging forward on the sneak. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. They've got the screen set up. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meeting as he works his way to the 39. Now facing a third and long. The DBs will back off a bit. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Brown has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Odom.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Inside the 15. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the time...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Knight. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to fire on second down. He's got him this time. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Hoosiers getting set on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barker. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down. Boom. Positive yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense set on first down. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. These corners going to give them some space. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Running to the left. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got a man. It's Harris. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
It's just so nice to have a signal dog who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Florida State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give from the gun. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
At all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short front. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. What a terrible, terrible shank. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the tailback. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Canes will line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Canes send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. Then through the contact. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give on the option. Running to Green. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He'll take it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the ground with the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Pocket breaking down. The sure hands, it's Brown. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge... This late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to take off. He's out past the 35. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. On the move to his left. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. It's good. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final seconds.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need, try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. On the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
Bring in the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tracy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And here we go, a field goal try to win it. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now.